Hello, video family. It's Tish here. As always, encouraging you to join the Live Great Now revolution. But this video, I'm not selling anything. This is just more on a personal note, being that today is the day before Valentine's Day and it's actually a whole weekend. So you can have a whole weekend of love. So, this story is going to be sad, but don't click away because it's good at the end. So just listen. I promise it's good. Okay. Um, my mother was diagnosed with brain cancer, and so I had the pleasure of bringing her to my house to take care of her. And she was like 73. She didn't want any treatment or anything. And she was a nurse that worked in convalescent homes, so she knew, what was coming, what was ahead of her. But anyway, so right like 2 days before she finally did stop breathing, well, if you don't know, people when they're dying, they stop eating and going to the bathroom and stuff, and they're just like in the bed, laying there. But so the day before she actually stopped breathing was my brother's birthday, so we had a party here, and there was lots of people, and people were going in and out, and I was saying goodbye and stuff. And I had a nurse here, and I was like, if my mother wakes up, you come get me, so. But so she never came to, and but people were saying that when they were talking to my mom, her eyebrows would move up and down. Now, was she doing that, or was that just a function of the body as it's shutting down? Who knows, right? But so after the party's over and everyone leaves, every night I would go in and say, okay, I'm going to bed, because you never know, at that time, I could have went to bed and woke up and the nurse would have said, she's gone or whatever. So, like normal, I go and I'm like, okay, well, the last guest is gone. I'm going to go to bed. And my mom opened her eyes, and I was like, oh, hello. And I'm looking at the nurse. I'm hitting her like, get up, get up. Is this going to be it? Because you never know. And so the nurse was just sitting there looking at me. She was probably tripping off why I was freaking out. And so I go, yeah, because my mom's looking, because she was trying to focus. You could tell that she was trying to focus her eyes on my eyes. So I'm like, what? And so she said, tell me you love me. And you have to understand this. I should have said this first. We weren't that typical, if there is such thing as typical mother and daughter relationship. We didn't go shopping together. We didn't go out to eat. I checked on her 3 times a week. I took the kids to her. It wasn't like a real lovey-dovey best friend relationship. So for her to say that to me was really out of her character. So that really, on top of the shock of her waking up all of a sudden, that freaked me out that she said that. And so I was like, of course I love you. I'll always love you. And she said, even still? And I was like, even still. And then she closed her eye, turned her head, closed her eyes, and never woke up again. So her last words weren't, who's getting my money, or what's going on with my stuff, or, it was nothing material, nothing. She wanted to hear, I love you. That's the last word she wanted to hear. So if that doesn't illustrate the importance of telling people you love that you love them, I don't know what else could. It's changed my life. It really has. I try to tell the people that I love them. I tell my kids every day, twice a day, when I drop them off at school, and before they go to bed, I tell them I love them. But, it's just, even if someone has hurt you or you're mad at someone, you should still tell them you love them, especially if someone has hurt you, because hurting people hurt people. Sorry to get all Oprah on you, but it's just a fact because I really believe stable, well-balanced, mentally balanced people who feel complete won't hurt other people. Call me crazy, that's just what I believe. So if you have a relative, and who doesn't have a relative who's hurtful and mean and nasty, they're probably the ones the most that needs to hear that you love them. So take this weekend, call your family. Don't send a text. I mean, unless that's like your husband or something. But if it's someone you haven't spoken to in a while, call them. And don't just do it because this is Valentine's Day. Have a Valentine's Day every month where you just tell people you love them. Yes, they'll think you're crazy, but they'll appreciate it too. Trust me. So, and when you give love, you receive love. I really believe that. You know, just maybe because I'm a Christian or whatever, but I really believe what you put out is what you receive. And if you're constantly being loving and generous and friendly, I really believe that you get that back. Okay? So again, I didn't want this to be long. I just really hope that you will take heed to this and don't wait until someone is dying to tell them you love them. Okay? So as always, bless and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.